Welcome to the Prodigal Blonde Unfiltered with me, Andrea Logan, where we share the good, the bad, and the beautiful, all raw, real, redeemed, unfiltered. I'm so excited for today's guest, and we are doing a live on her Instagram currently, Barb Unfiltered. We became fast friends on Instagram literally just a few weeks ago, and we are excited to share the journey that we are both on. And we wanted to welcome Barb to the show.
Hey everyone. Thank you for having me, Andrea. So fun to get to chat with you.
So exciting. And I was instantly drawn to you. We are essentially the same age. And one, because you have a baby, you have a 1-year-old, and you're almost 50, or are you 50?
I am 50. I turned 50 in March.
So I was so drawn to you because of first of all, I was on YouTube. I'm on YouTube a lot because of podcasting. And I'm a biohacker geek at heart. So I'm always studying health, fitness, and nutrition, literally since I've been in high school. So when I came across you and the sugar fast, sugar diet, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to know more. What's going on? So I went down the rabbit trail and here we are. So explain to my audience what it is and the success you're finding with it.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So thank you for having me. First of all, this is so fun. I'm just so excited about this sort of new lifestyle, this new way of just being as a woman, I'm essentially menopausal really, but I'm also breastfeeding. I'm also perimenopausal. I still get my period. Like I'm 50. So I'm like supposed to start going into menopause apparently.
Yes.
Okay. So, I've never really had issues with weight per se, but I've always fought with my body. I've always fought with, being afraid of getting overweight or losing that last, however X amount of pounds, usually 5 to 10. I was struggling with the last 15 after having my baby. I gained 50 pounds, 50. And I was plump and healthy and fun and like huge. And I loved being pregnant. I have all my 3 babies. I have 3 babies, children, 1 baby. And I was struggling again. And, I was doing the low carb sort of day. And then I would binge on sugar at night. And I was like, oh, here I am again. And I don't mean binge like I used to binge. Like I used to restrict so much for so many days. And I know, almost every woman listening to this can relate to this. Yep. Restrict, eat as little as you could. And then, in over a course of 2-3 days, suddenly like the floodgates would open and you'd binge on stuff. I would binge on stuff. So that is my history, sort of disordered eating. I wouldn't say I had an eating disorder, like one specifically. I never would vomit or anything like that. But calorie restriction and binging for sure. Mm-hmm. And so, I had a baby a year ago. The weight kind of the first 40 pounds fell off. Like I'm still nursing him now. From nursing, from just generally enjoying healthy food. And the last couple of pounds have just been really tough. And I've been following a gentleman named Cole Robinson. He is named Snake Diet Wizard, I think, on YouTube and Instagram. He's very, very rough guy. He's also Canadian. I'm Canadian. And I just kind of really started liking him because he just says it how it is. And he swears a lot. And whatever. And a lot. Like he's very hard to listen to for some personalities, not my personality. I'm a very go-getter, like straightforward, whatever. Anyways, regardless, I wanted to give him a shout out because he kind of invented the sugar diet based off of other people's experiences of these high sugar content diets and low fat, high sugar, low fat. And by sugar, we don't mean pouring sugar down your throat, fruit, fruit-based sugar. And table sugar, as Freely the Banana Girl talks about, is made of fruit. It's made of a plant. People need to calm down because sugar is not the villain. It's fat that's the villain. And this is what Cole was so boldly experimenting with before he even came out with it. And the difference between the sugar diet and like being a fruitarian is that this is very adaptable to like normal life and living not in the jungle. Like I live in Toronto, Canada. It's cold here most of the, or half of the year. It's getting warm now. We don't have fruit trees like abundantly in our garden, like people in Florida or in like the jungle of Australia, which is where Freely the Banana Girl lives. Like, and in the wintertime, like you can't get good fruit and you can't get an abundance of fruit. It's so expensive and all the things. So, and it really speaks to people like me who thought I used to have a sugar addiction and I don't. I was just undercarbed.
Yes.
I was literally like a raging lunatic because my body didn't have enough sucrose and glucose.
First of all, I agree with all of it, right? And there's so many different diet trends. What I love about this, I mean, I was a raw vegan 25 years ago. I moved to LA, and LA is the mecca of health weirdos, right?
Yes.
So there's so many people. And so some people they gravitate more towards the natural. What I think where Cole comes in as a weight loss coach, what is great about all of this, like you said, is adaptability. So for women, I did have anorexia, bulimia, and orthorexia. I am an all or nothing personality since high school. For me, it was a trauma response. My trauma response from childhood trauma, right?
Right.
So for me, I love extremes, but now almost 47 years old, I'm into the flexibility. I'm raising 2 daughters, my 3 kids. So for me, I'm like, there's has to be a balance. And what I love about this is the trend is bringing back your body, especially women. You are, like you said, you're going through menopause, you're perimenopausal, you're breastfeeding. Our bodies need glucose.
Yes.
Women are afraid of carbs. All of my friends, so many women are afraid of carbs. What this is really very healing and very freeing to a woman's body and their hormones.
Yes.
So this is what I love. I grew up in the 90s. I was in high school in the 90s, fat-free, low fat. It was like Cole calls it the dirty diet, but it was like the dirty sugar. It was, it was the snack wells, and it was, all of the processed things. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what I like about this is not everybody can be Freely the Banana Girl living in the jungle, eating just.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, exactly.
We live in a modern day and we have so much accessibility, but what you can do is I've been playing around with this back, and I love the fact that I can have sugar, fruit. We can eat an abundant diet. And if we want to go protein and high fat the next day, then go for it.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it. So talk to your audience and my audience about kind of your success and the freedom of you. I've been watching you where you're like, okay, I did the sugar fast this many days, and then I ate my normal eggs and toast and this the next day.
That's right.
That's what I love about it.
I love that too. And I actually just came off of another day of a similar kind of eating way. What I love the most, and I'm going to share about it. What I love the most is that your glycogen stores are topped up to the max. And so when you do eat food, you're not in that like raging, like hunger, right? And you're like shoving anything in your mouth that you can. Like that feeling is so awful. It's so out of control.
Yes.
Right. And then you're like, well, screw it. I'm just going to eat as much as I can because I'm going to start again tomorrow. And that feeling I don't have that feeling. So for example, Saturday night, we had last minute dinner plans. I broke my sugar fast. I had a little bit of pasta, some shrimp. And again, you don't have to be vegan doing this. This is what I love so much. I had some shrimp and had some soup, and that's it. I was done. Like, I wasn't hungry afterwards. Normally, if I broke a fast of any sort, or if I switched up a diet, allowed myself something off my diet, whatever, I would go nuts. Like, my body would be like, okay, free for all. Not this time. I was like, oh, I'm done. I'm satisfied. I went home. I drank some water because it made me thirsty, all this salt and carbs and stuff. And I went to bed. The next morning, which was yesterday, I woke up slightly hungrier than I normally am. So cool. Like, I didn't think anything of it. I drank my juice. I had my smoothie. And then I wasn't satisfied. I had more smoothie. Then I had some candy, because the hard hitting candy really can like top you over the edge of being satisfied. It worked for a while. Then, midday, I had more juice, more smoothie. I just kept not being satisfied yesterday. Then I bought a very sugary smoothie at McDonald's, which was very a la Cole Robinson. I've seen him drink those on his videos, and it kind of like popped into my head. I'm like, oh, I'm going to do that too. So I did. I was out doing errands, and then I was still hungry, and I was like, okay, I am really hungry. My baby has been nursing a lot the last few days. I think I need food. So I made myself some quinoa, because I had that. My fridge is broken. That's a side note, but it just makes making anything really irritating. We're getting a new fridge delivered in the next few days. And so I made some quinoa. I poured some fat-free teriyaki sauce over it, and I ate it. I ate about 1.5 cups of cooked quinoa, and I was satisfied. But then I got hungry again. So we went to a local, like quick, healthy place. And I had not feta cheese. I did have feta cheese, but it's called a Greek salad. Thank you. I had a Greek salad with chicken breast, no dressing, a little sprinkle of feta cheese just for flavor. I ended up having like 4 French fries, but not going like, I need to have the whole thing. I had a few dips of tzatziki, which I think is Greek yogurt based anyway. Yes. Like, it's just Greek yogurt. It's not even fattening. So I ate a little bit of that. I had half a pita, a baby pita, so this much bread, and I was satisfied. And I didn't go home and raid the cupboard of cookies or anything. I did have candy later that night, a bunch, as much as I wanted, and I went to bed. And I was only up 0.6 of a pound from all of that. And I didn't have a binge out. And this morning I'm back on track. I don't feel afraid that I'm never going to be allowed to eat whatever I got to eat yesterday. It's like a miracle.
I love that. So you were reminding me of this, funny enough, this diet supercharges your metabolism, right?
Right.
So the benefits of it increases your metabolism. Most women are guilty of restricting, which one slows down the metabolism, slows down the total daily energy expenditure. I was a personal trainer 20 plus years ago, so I'm a geek.
Yes.
So, and then we restrict, and then we're starving at night. And so then you make up for the calories anyways at night, as opposed to slowly fueling the body. What you're doing is listening to the God-given natural hunger fullness mechanism. Right? Your body needs, and you're breastfeeding. When I was breastfeeding, I was starving 24/7. I could not eat enough. And I didn't lose the rest of my weight. I breastfed all 3 kids. I didn't lose the rest of my weight till I was done nursing, because I was doing the low carb thing. Right. And so
breast milk is like 80% sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar.
Yeah.
I only found that out literally like last week, because Freely, the banana girl, talked about it. I'm like, what?
It's all carbs. Breast milk is all carbs.
I thought it was fat and protein.
And the babies get nice and plump and they grow. You can sustain a child's life on breast milk. Yes. So that right there is God saying, hey guys, I did something. I know what I'm doing. Right. So that's what's fascinating. The other thing that is so fascinating is you don't have to. I have so many women intermittent fasting, or doing 36-hour fasts on just water or black coffee. Do you know how bad that is, you guys, on your adrenals? It is so bad for your adrenals. And
Horrible.
I have never been that person because of my history. I just refuse to punish. To me, it's punishing the body.
Right.
This is a type of fasting where it is so far near, it's nourishing and you're eating in abundance. So I'm like,
Yes.
okay, win-win for me, right?
Yes. Yes. And this is, I used to be a dating and relationship coach. And so, by the way, and so this is so in alignment with being feminine, right? Nourished,
Mhm.
abundant, flowy, like kind to yourself, not this
Yes.
punishment, rigid, right?
Yes.
Flowy is good. And so, and water, the feminine water is the feminine, right?
Mhm.
Represents the feminine, and fruit is water. Drinking juice is water. Um, I mean, if you want to go as deep as cane juice is
Yep.
flowy, right? Honey. So, and sweet, like we need for our hormones, we need sweet. We need, people say like eat sweet potatoes. No, just eat sugar, like drink some juice. Like, ah. So, anyways.
I love that. And there's also, I think our body, the reason why people are, when they're doing the, I've been watching a lot of other people's YouTubes, yours as
Right.
well. They're like, oh my gosh, my skin is better. Why? What is fruit made up of? It's water. It's hydrating the
Yes.
cells and cleaning our lymphatic system. Also, with high fat, high protein, there's nothing wrong with that. Some people swear by it, but for me, I don't have a gallbladder. I feel like crud when I do the
Wow.
lots of protein and lots of fat.
Right.
I feel sluggish and tired. I feel
Oh,
better
interesting.
when I run on more carbs during the day, and then at night I can sit down to a nourishing meal when my body's like, time to slow down,
Right.
like the sun goes down and I can eat a more satisfying grounding meal. So it's really, hello, intuition. It's really getting back to intuitive, and also not listening, not making one person your God. Like, I think it's listening to your body, trusting your own power, trusting your own strength. But we have these people to guide us and to remind us, which is what I love about even with Cole is, and these, and Freely the Banana Girl and the other communities, is like reminding us of our own strength and power, that we really have this God ordained mechanism of hunger and fullness, of nourishing and not punishing, and not
Yes.
annihilating our bodies and abusing them, right?
Yeah, it's so, I mean, just the whole low carb cult. I was in it up until literally weeks ago, but
Wow.
it was never intuitively right. Like I was always secretly eating sugar at night. My kid would go to bed and I would go to the kitchen and grab my bag of candy or my bag of cookies and chocolate and whatever else I could get my
Yep.
hands on. And now, of course, I know that the combination of fat and sugar was bad and causing me to not lose the weight. And now I know better, but it was intuitive. It was natural. It was my body forcing me to go to the cupboard to get some fructose and glucose. It was my body telling me, go now. You're breastfeeding your baby.
Yes.
And this was even prior to even becoming pregnant with him. Like I would go to the cupboard. It was my body, my liver stores not being full enough before going to bed, and I would binge and eat so much carbs, and that's where the
Wow.
cult part comes in. It's that punishment
Yes.
for something that's so right actually for our bodies.
Amen to
So
that.
now I want to shout it from the rooftops. Yeah.
So do I. I mean, to the point where I feel like it's something that's going viral, but something that's going to stay, because it's not demonizing a specific food category,
Right.
right? Like
Right.
veganism, there's nothing wrong. I don't have, I judge, first of all, let me set the record straight. I
Yeah.
judge nobody. We judge nobody for the way that they eat. We are
No.
like everybody's cheerleaders in the sense we want people to thrive, to be healed. And let's just be honest. If we are being kind to ourselves and we are nourished with glucose, you're only going to be a better partner.
Yeah.
Like, speaking of relationship and dating coach, you're only going to be a better partner. Like you
Totally.
said, if we are starving, we are going to be brutal to be around.
And not only that, I was going to say too, the haters online, like I have some haters and it's
Well, we
cute.
all do.
They're
We
like,
all do.
they're coming into my, YouTube videos, like, you have a serious sugar addiction. You need to heal yourself or whatever. I'm like, wow, you're angry. Like, eat some sugar, girl. Like, sorry for your loss, but like, eat some sugar. Because when you're that
Yes,
angry and you're going into other people's YouTube accounts to tell them how right you are and how wrong they are, you have a problem.
that's right.
Like, go support. I literally answered her back. I go support the people that you believe in. Why are you on my page wasting my time and your time? Like,
That's right.
obviously you need some carbs. Like, go eat some sugar. Like, be happy. I'm sorry for your issues right now. Like, I used to be you. Like, my husband is like, wow, you're so different. Like, yeah,
I
I'm
love
eating
that.
sugar. I'm like, happy. I like you. I actually
Yes.
like you. Like, yeah.
And you can shout it from the rooftops. You have every right because you are middle-aged, beautiful, able to, you were able to carry a child, first of all, and nurse a baby and going through what you're going through. And you just said you got your cycle and you're like, I didn't even notice I didn't have that premenstrual rage. Let's talk about the premenstrual rage
Let's talk
and
about
the
that.
lack of patience that we have towards, I notice it with my kids. When I have more carbs, I'm just like, hey, it's all good. It's all
Yeah.
good.
I think it regulates our nervous system. This whole nervous system regulation stuff
Yes.
going around. Like, everyone's like on this trend of just eat some carbs. Like, it's putting every industry out of business. It's
Yes.
putting marriage counseling out of business. It's putting the diet industry out of business, low carb, the nervous system regulation stuff. Like, everything is going obsolete because we just have to eat some sugar, like, and be happy.
100%. And so let's wrap it up with talking about how I know I have people reached out. I see a potential like group coaching programs if that's even in the mix in the future. And then let's just talk about, like you said, the juice, the fruit, the sugar, the honey, maple syrup, and it's essentially fruit fasting as opposed to water fasting as opposed to restricting. And it's in a nutshell, tell your audience and my audience what it is, and also how you've come around. The first few days it was a little different and now you're coming into this beautiful balance. So and you
Yeah.
also have a free shopping list, I think, which is you're
Yes.
going to send out to your followers.
Yeah. It's still in the works. We're like, I have a small team working on it.
Yep.
But I have a free shopping list for the sugar diet that you can grab. Just put shopping list under this video and I'll send it to you. Actually, I can't send it to you from here. So go to my Instagram, which is here, Barb_unfiltered, and message me privately and I will send it there. But so yes, so when I first sugar fasted, I fasted on a lot of candy. And I think that's okay. I really think that's okay. If you want to go crazy on candy, trust me, you are going to get sick of candy. You're going to get
Yeah.
sick of it. I needed to do that to prove to myself that this was okay.
Yes.
And I started slowly but surely just drinking more juices. And I'm the most organic, like wholesome girl, and I'm literally buying unorganic apple juice and calling it a day. Like, seriously, I'm so sick of being anal. And it's part of being like carved up is like, I'm relaxed. It's like, okay, it's okay if I drink unorganic apple juice for like a few days. Okay. Like, it's really fine. I'm not going to die. And
Nice.
so, yeah. So slowly but surely I've been going less with the high sugary foods like candy and more with store-bought smoothie, for example, or even eating a few bananas. And when I, like yesterday, when I had real like heightened hunger, I would eat some candy. And that's okay too, like after my juice or whatever. So I'm not, the whole point of this diet is to not restrict. Go for what feels good and it will evolve. This is sort of a long-term tool that you get to evolve with, and you get to, follow people like Andrea and me and all the others. There's a few other great women out there talking about this. Even the men are great. It's just, it is different. It's really different. Like Cole, snake diet guy, Cole Robinson, he can do like one shift and get a specific result. And that's with men, right? Even carnivore, like men can do carnivore for a week and drop 150 pounds. Like it's insane. And I'm like struggling with carnivore, like what? Like my body's like freaking out. So we
I
are
can't do it.
definitely different. I can't do it either.
Yes. Well, and so you brought up a really good point. I want to encourage people that that don't have the budget to go organic and juice.
Right.
For me personally, I have to buy my juices, whether it's at a juice bar or at the store, because I don't have time. I'm raising three
Right.
kids, right? I'm in
There
the
you go.
car carpooling three kids at three schools.
Right.
So what I love about this is, one, it's doable on any budget. It's flexible, and there's no condemnation. There's it's a flexible diet where you can listen to your body, and there's no wagon to fall off of. So this is what I love about it. And that's really what's comforting to, like you said, the nervous system, is there's no wagon to fall off on.
Yes.
It ebbs and flows. And if you have grace to do a 72-hour sugar fast, do it. 48, do it. 24, do it. Have a meal, jump back on, just nourish the body with glucose. And I think you will find miracles upon miracles, right?
Yes. Yes. Miracles. This is so good.
Thank you, Barb, for jumping on. I'm excited. I feel like we're just in the beginning of something going viral. It is going viral. And I think this is a new wave of freedom.
I agree. Great note to end on, Andrea. It was so fun to chat with you today.
Likewise, I look forward to what's to come too. Follow Barb, follow all the people that inspire you and help you. And we're just here to encourage you where you're at. So thank you, Barb.
My pleasure.